Hi. When it comes to the fear of intimacy and closeness and connection, I'm really grateful to hear and feel what it might be for them, or just to hear other people's reflections. And it's been really beautiful for me to notice all of the parts and to really honor all of the parts of myself, and to also really deeply recognize that I am the calm, centered, compassionate presence. I am the big self, is always calm, compassionate, and centered. And then there are all these different parts, right? And so when it comes to the part that feels terrified of sitting down heart to heart and looking in each other's eyes and breathing and just meeting another human, especially humans. See, this part of me is scared of humans because humans is what have caused the most pain in my life. I mean, that's a story that this part has, that it is because of humans that there's been so much heartbreak. It is humans that have caused a feeling of distress. And it's, yeah, there's a part of me that still feels like and remembers being hurt by the actions of other humans, feeling the impact of the actions of humans in the past. And, I've had an opportunity in my life to really look at these things and to see all types of perspectives, and they're all valid. I feel that there is a very non-dual perspective. There is a very empowering perspective, which is, of course, also that, the thing that actually really truly hurt in all of that, in all the experiences that I've had with humans, it wasn't actually the actions of the humans, it was my own perception and belief that love was gone, or that I was no longer connected to love. It was my own error in seeing in those moments that was actually the deepest pain. It was my own self-abandonment, my own abandoning of myself that was the deepest pain, not the actual, actions of other humans. It was my own attachment, really, to outcomes in the world, to needing humans to show up in a specific way in order for me to be okay, wanting to control how others act so that I don't have to feel a certain thing. So the painful part is actually being in that attachment to an outcome, needing a person to act in a way, and then, like, when they don't, feeling miserable. And yeah, it's all valid. All the realities are valid. It's not cool that someone acts in ways that hurt. Definitely not. And I'm not saying that it's okay, but I'm also saying I'm not a victim. And I'm learning a lot about humans and how epic they are and how cool they are and how curious I actually genuinely am about humans. Like, they're just a really interesting species. Humans are an interesting species. They say one thing sometimes and then they do something else. Like, that to me is interesting. The whole of, like, this whole thing of, like, using your words to speak something and then actually not doing what you just said with your words. That is an interesting phenomena to me. And I'm not here to get frustrated and upset with humans when they do these types of things. When their actions don't match their words, for example. I'm mostly here now, I realize, to observe the human as an art installation of God. And, when you watch art, it's not always like this beautiful, shiny thing. Sometimes it's really messy and fucked up and strange. And some of it is even meant to be triggering, and that's a part of the art. It's meant to invoke feelings and emotions, and that's the beauty actually of being human. So for myself, where I'm at right now is that I love intimate connection, and there's a part of me that still feels scared around it, because in the moment of deep intimacy with someone, the I, the self, the small self, the I, like, it dissolves. There's no longer any small self. Hi, little friend. You're so beautiful. And the only thing that's left is this presence of love. And in the presence of love, this self that I have identified with and believed myself to be dissolves, and it doesn't really exist. And I realize, whoa, I'm not who I think I am. I am this infinite spaciousness, and when I look into the eyes of another and deeply connect, and sit in silence or in a great conversation where we're opening up to each other, I start to feel such an intimacy into me see, where I see the universe, and really I see love, I see God, I see heart, the heart of God. And that is just incredibly beautiful. And so it doesn't actually scare me, who I really am. It doesn't scare me at all. In fact, it actually brings deep joy and pleasure and ecstasy to my being. But it scares the part of me that wants to stay protected, that wants to stay hidden, that wants to stay in this sense that I am something or someone. I don't want to disappear. I want to stay alive. But intimacy and connection sometimes will dissolve all of the barriers and blockages. And yeah, so I'm blasting. I am choosing to blast this part of myself that feels scared with love. And it's a gentle, loving, sweet blasting. It's not a intense or overwhelming type of blast. Hi, friend. I love you. I love you. Okay. Toodaloo, 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 toodaloo. Say goodbye, kitty friend.